Welcome everybody to the 7th annual Summer Cup Finals. We have two matches for you here today. We got our third place match and our finals match. I'm Turnipboy. I'm here with Yeesh
How's it going, guys?
and Dells as host as always. And we have two matches. We're going to be starting up with our third place match. It's going to be Lazybear versus Turnipboy, and we're excited for it.
Yeah, coming down to the final day here, and this is a match with some stakes on the line. These players have
Absolutely.
clawed their way to the top four. Third place will get $40, and fourth place gets 20, and they both get a copy of Tabletop Simulator. So good job to them making their way through this pretty tough gauntlet of players. But somebody's gonna come out $20 ahead.
Yeah, just going through the history. We have Lazy Bear coming in on the right side of the bracket. Was a favorite going into most of their matches up until their last match where they faced Crazy Kaylee. They, if you argue that they weren't tested until Crazy Kaylee is the favorite going into any match, and Lazy Bears really showed their worth. Lost close. It was a real challenge for Kaylee and Lazy Bear. If you don't have him going in strong, I don't know what your predictions are. He dominated his group. He dominated every game up until Kaylee. Just the numbers really show Lazy Bear has been on point here this whole tournament. Looking at the other side, coming in from the left side of the bracket, we have Turnipboy. Turnipboy also been quite dominant, not necessarily in number of game counts, but they just won every game they went into. Beat a couple old hats. Getting to the last couple matches, they fought Pofke in what I have to say is probably the best SpyParty game set I've ever seen. If you guys haven't watched that set, go find it. Maybe not right now, but go find it. Uh, then ran into Opie. Maybe a bit of nerves. It was not as clean of a set as it was against Pofke. Opie's going to be heading into the final against Crazy Kaylee, and we get the pleasure of watching Turnipboy versus Lazy Bear here now.
Absolutely. Both of these players, pretty close in game count. Turnip Boy definitely has the lead there, about 8,000 games to Lazy Bear's 5.5. So Turnip Boy with a slight experience edge, but honestly, I think this matchup could go either way. Turnip Boy definitely has a more consistent style than Lazy Bear. Lazy Bear will often throw out a solid base of lowlights throughout the match. Turnip Boy plays much more consistent on the sniper. I think it's going to come down to adaptations, especially in this grueling long set.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's talk about it.
this match format's going to be very long.
This is gonna be work for us because this is gonna go for a while. You got the maps up there, Yish?
I do have the maps. So starting off, we're going to be leading with Ballroom, 4 of 8. I think it's going to be on the screen so you guys can just read. I don't need to say it out to you. But I think the ones you're really going to be needing to look out for are going to be the first two, Ballroom and Tayan. Very, very swingy maps that can go 50-50 either way. So if a player could get jump to an early lead. And then I think the Pub Aquarium High Rise. This is going to be another tough bout for the spies and snipers, but then we ended off with consistency again, courtyard and library for the normal, like the regular time. If it still ends up being a tie after that, we do go into extra time where we will play modern gallery and balcony to determine if we have a winner. And
We do
then,
not need any more balcony.
yeah, and we will get even more balcony if it's a tie after that. It'll just be balcony 2-3 until the death. But hopefully we don't get there. I mean,
I feel like when
these
you say
players will
to
be
the
that
death, the only
tired.
people who would die in that is the casters.
That's right.
There is money on the line. Nobody will die. Don't worry, guys. We've also been saying maps, which I know chat's probably blowing up about. And these guys are going to be starting here soon. I will ping them that they can go when they are ready.
Yeah, ballroom gonna be key. You can play kind of slow on this map, and there's a plenty of cover for the spy to take advantage of. So pretty good map. I would love to start as the spy in this.
Yeah,
Sniping on ballroom can be a bit tough sometimes, especially when pillars and cover just provide free bugs a lot of the time. Look out for bug as a mission to get completed here.
we have Lazy
And we're
Bear on Irish, green arrow, green dress. almost started off with a bug. Instead, we're starting out with a time ad. More green. Let's go. Lazy
And
Bear not pulling punches.
that's how you open. Just start off with a time ad right off the bat. Just get it right underway. And we're in a okay position to maybe bug in the future. We have okay cover, but we end up abandoning it, maybe going to chase Flirt, but going to stand at that painting next to Oprah would look a little suspicious. Three at that painting, a little bit crowded.
Twin, doing it anyways. Do love you, Twin. We got Seek at middle statues, our seduction target here at side statues. Ballroom isn't necessarily the first venue that I come to mind when you want to frame someone, but the most classic way that someone finishes is going to be middle statues, banana bread, flirt, and one of the mission. Seek is going to be our top suspect as Turnipboy looks around the party trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, Lazybear just deciding to hang out with the double agent, not wanting to chase their seduction target. One thing to note is that Turnip Boy will highlight for statues, so if Lazybear goes there, he will be picking up a highlight. So yeah, instead of going to the statue, stands on the same pad in order to not pick up the highlight.
Yeah, with Turner Boy's strategy, we got to keep in mind it's highlights particularly just for inspects. Now, Seek and Red Dress both have completed inspects, but I think that play by Lazy Bear flirting at the statues was likely seen, and it's not likely for an AI to do that particular play.
Absolutely, it just depends if Turnip Boy's on top of that. Again, though, Lazybear's just kind of waiting for his seduction target to do things. There's not much cover at the blue and green shelves, so microfilm not looking too hot.
There is one option here. So Twin did follow. Now we're gonna scrap that. Banana bread goes off. Lazy Bear has to shake because
Banana
the
bread.
DA has left us. The banana bread doesn't stick. The shot comes off.
Wow, that was incredibly early. Very early for this sort of thing. I'm curious what could Disney have done? He did take a bug path kind of early on, but there wasn't really anything that I saw. He just kind of sat in conversation after that point. Maybe Turnip Boy was just pretty confident that Disney took a bug and then was just waiting for confirmation.
In
But
the set against OP Rights, we did see Turnip Boy take a few early shots, and there's a couple reasons you can attribute that to. That's either nerves, and in game one of a money match set, I would buy that story. The other is you just really aren't caring about mission count. Banana Bread confirming what you thought was a bug. That's a fair shot. Most of the time, you will end up shooting a lot of spies if you do that. Maybe the shot was a bit early though, given that he wasn't going to be able to have four missions done.
that's
Turner Boy
true.
starting here as queen.
Yeah, and good way to calm yourself down, but I think there's still a reasonable chance it could split here with for Turnip. Also wisely kind of sits in the center of the conversation, but still enough to three flirt. So picking the max range possible, really nice positioning here.
Yeah, 33% is really lovely because you can still do two more white tests for 33, 34, and then either 33 or 34 again. Seduction Target also does us a favor by heading out of the conversation. We can wait till they get back into a conversation or something else. Tenderboy does seem to be looking towards the main route of the party. Oh, hello, hello. Easy flirt, 64%.
Yeah, we just need to hit one green test and we'll be in perfect shape. And with 230, and we haven't had to chase this flirt with 64%, and we're in great position. We're also in a very good position to bug. Although there isn't much cover here, we would want someone to go in front of orange dress in order to make this bug even better.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Lazy Bear, who's renowned for their lowlights, hasn't actually taken a lowlight yet. They will here with the banana bread. This is a fake.
Banana
This
bread.
SDA is in our conversation.
That was a very smart fake. The only two people out makes it seem very good. Unfortunately, we were with an SDA, but that was so good and it paid off. It would have been even better if the SDA was out. So really nice play by Turnip Boy, just didn't turn out as well as it could have.
Yeah, Purloin was being hawked here because Twin did do a reject during the banana bread, and there was a couple more rejects. It doesn't happen. We end up rejecting, so there's a new chain, but no Purloin to note.
Now Turnip Boy in position. If he hits this green, he will finish. So can he do it? And now he's with the real double agent.
Yeah, unless
And
Lazy Bear
Banana
has some
bread.
suspicion that we don't, there really isn't much going on here. Twins gotten a highlight. Everybody's gone to statues. It's already been low light between the two banana breads. It's gonna need to be Turnipboy finishing, as far as I can tell.
yeah, but look at all these lowlights. Those two banana breads have given off so much information, and Lazy Bear did lowlight at the start for that fake banana bread. Bug opportunity here, maybe. Goes for this purloin instead.
There's no chain. If Lazy Bear's on this, this is an easy enough shot. Walking bug, and we're dead.
That was a worthy attempt. I'm actually wondering if he had action priorities there because he might have been looking for the bug, but then Toby immediately just showed. I'm curious if he was going for that or if he really just wanted a bug instead. But
He did
either way, not a terrible
request.
transition.
He did request the drink, which often
Ah,
implies that a purloin is incoming. Uh, if Twin, the highlight in the party, had rejected the drink and then we'd done the purloin, I think we would have been in a much better position. I feel like that bug was potentially forced, feeling that he just needs to get the mission win countdown started and hope that he's not able to get vision on that list for 10 seconds between the bug and the purloin. Not 100% sure what the shot was for, but clearly a good shot. We now on to Tan, Lazy Bear as Disney. We are
very
dancing.
yeah. That was a that was a very interesting with the path. Now we got this weak flirt, but we'll still be in good shape. This is Tan. As long as you're in the same conversation as your ST, we'll be completing flirt in three, especially that we hit the first screen.
And one of the important things to note with Tan is the shoji placement. Looking at the sniper side, the statues are all blocked to make potential swaps in the future real nasty, and the front two shoji are on different sides, which means that there's a lot more sniper occlusion that the sniper really has to deal with. This is best case scenario for Lazy Bear, two up uh, against Turnipboy and in a good Tan setup. I think he's got to be happy.
Banana bread.
Yeah, absolutely. And with only one person out on Tan, even better. And nobody, fortunately for him, has gone to statues except now Papa Danger visiting middle statues. Let's see if he two cycles. This could be big for Lazy Bear. Turnip Boy has already shown a slight inclination to shoot. And yeah, there's that two cycle there. And that, yeah, there you go.
Banana bread plus middle statues. Turnip Boy either has a read that Lazy Bear is going to be rushing, or is just very jumpy, and I have a feeling it's the latter, unfortunately. Lazy Bear up 3-0, and now sniping on Tan's not the easiest thing in the world, but 4-0 is a bit of a chokehold.
Yeah, this is a pretty good map for the spy, and I would not be surprised if Lazy Bear falls victim to the same sort of thing. Although I do think if he takes some aggressive lowlights that pay off for him, maybe he can just swing this into a 4-0 lead going into Terrace, which will just be tough to come back from if you're Turnip Boy. Although we have seen a couple cute Terrace wins throughout the tournament.
Yeah, so with the Pofke Turnip Boy match, I don't want to spoil too much if anybody hasn't watched it. Between that and I think it was also a doubleheader with Kaylee versus Dowsy, which was also a fantastic set. Go watch it. But there was a lot of really nice frames and a lot of frames on maps that you wouldn't necessarily expect it on these 4 of 8s. We will move on to things like Terrace, and I believe Pub is also on the list, and those are maps where frames are likely to happen. But you can frame on Tan. If you go swap a statue that someone else has been and the Shoji's blocking it, they don't even get to see the fade of the statue. There's a lot of value in completing missions and framing, which is why Tan is a nice map for this buy.
Turnip Boy starting off with the side statue, picking up a highlight. But honestly, this highlight not going to be too bad, especially on Tan when there's so much suspicion just going to be given to everyone for reverse bugs, standing bugs. Side statues is not the worst thing in the world to be highlight for.
Yeah, the concern with the highlight's going to be it'll make things like us trying to go for this briefcase a bit more visible. But a highlight on Tan also means that if you're behind the Shoji, the highlight isn't really as bad as it would be. This is a double dip. We've already done our two inspects with good 2:30 on the clock, and we're getting the flirt. Lazy boy already. Lazy Bear is gonna be hyper watching us. and pearls for doing middle statues. But we've got some completion.
I mean, his laser did flick over us to highlight us, so it's possible that he was not aware of the highlight art. That might
Nah.
be a saving grace here, but unlikely. What's
Uh,
possible here is we're just gonna need the bug. The bug, if we can get it clean, will be the win. But if we don't get that clean, I do think this game is over. It's going to be very difficult to get a purloin or prince off while we're highlight.
we did just see a poor man get shot for banana bread plus statues complete. And that is where Turnipboy will be if he decides to right click here. Not
Banana
taking the
bread.
drink, we are taking the banana bread. I do like the reject into banana bread. It's kind of hard to do that mechanically. Lazy Bear is assuming real. The front conversation is all low lit at this point, leaving only, I believe, 5 people left.
Yeah, it's just a huge gamble, but it looks like it's going to pay off. Unless Turnip Boy decides to BB again with the SDA in with these lowlights, that's the only way we might be able to get out of this. And this chokehold actually might just beat the game. I don't think Turnip Boy is going to be able to get a bug with these many lowlights.
My concern here is we were at like 33% distance, and now Pearls is a bit stuffed. We want to get as close as we can. Turnipboy's going to put their shoulder into wheels to try and get close enough for the 34. Preferably, we just hit the green and we don't have to do the math, and we're good to go. Green test means that we're A-okay. We still need one more mission, though. Walking bug? Ooh, that was fantastic. Is it shot? Ooh. How did that look like on the sniper side? Because
You can
walking bugs
sort of
like
see
that
the
are
start of the arm, and then you can see a little flick of the hand at the very end of it. That's about it. And that's a 4-0 start. This is already looking tough for Turnip Boy here, as he's going to be down 4-0. Those lowlights were so big from Lazy Bear, just paid off
exactly.
tremendously.
That bug is really good if you don't expect it. The problem is when there's only 5 suspects left because of the aggressive low lighting and the assume real on the banana bread, means that that bug, the real power of that bug being unexpected, but everything's expected when you only have 5 suspects left. Terrace, we're on Sniperoni, and Lazy Bear not taking the immediate bug. Uh, we've been by the ambassador a lot of these starts.
Yeah, we lead into this flirt, which is kind of a weird position because now we can't two flirt. We're
Oh,
going to have to
49% is where you want to be.
I mean, we'll have to leave and come back for the potential of two flirt, but we can three flirt just comfortably if we want.
I can tell you because Lazy Bear plays the same way I do. He is going to consider the twitch over to do the flirt. Because you can just twitch a little amount and you can get to
Banana bread.
51%. Twitching, obviously, on a map like Terrace is questionable, and that's also adorable. I thought he was going to go straight back into the conversation right next to
Yeah,
me.
that would have been a very cute play in order to just get that tiny bit closer. So now, yeah, he doesn't want to go back into the same spot now that he's left. That would just look hyper suspicious. Three lowlights taken is actually a little bit rough on Terrace, but the conversation with the double agent was pretty full, so there's a lot of potential real BBers here for Turnip Boy to keep track of.
Lazy Bear just going to Windows. We do have inspects off, so things like statues are just a idling place. We do hit another green flirt. These guys have been hitting a lot of greens so far. Lazy Bear perhaps more, being 4-0 up. What's the last mission here, Yeesh?
Right now, Amba is looking in a prime position to bug, and we have a great character to do it with too. So I would not be surprised to see Lazy Bear step to the window, maybe go for a bug.
Ooh! The bug
Even
coming in
this,
super late as we get into conversation. The arm completely hidden by Taft's big body. Lazy Bear's nodding. We're good to go. It's 5-0. Let's go.
yeah, that Taft was just in a prime position. Wasn't getting bullied by Disney or by Cowboy, so just wanting to chill there. And that is just going to be very difficult to see. The cane arm just right next to it. Turnip Boy probably had suspicion on it, but had already taken two early shots, maybe wanting to wait for one final flirt from Lazy Bear. That just is not going to happen.
This set could be quite a long set. Overtime rules do go indefinitely. That being said, with 5-0, we might need to go call Opie and Kaylee and get them stretched out because this game's going real quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is a first to 10. So whoever hits 10 first, the game will just, we don't have to play anymore. That'll be it. We've only got 9 maps, so 18 games. So 9-9 will be the tie, but if somebody hits 10 on the scoreboard, it's going to be over.
I mean, this has not been unexpected from Lazybear. If you look at the scores that he's had in the majority of his matches, it's a lot of 6-1s. It's a lot of just only losing one or two games in a set. Being up 5-0 here matches that. That being said, the quality of opponents, not necessarily the quality of opponents you'd expect to see in a semifinal. Turnipboy has been incredibly solid, and that he's struggling so much here. I want to pin it down to nerves. The sniping's been incredibly jumpy. Lazy Bear's spy has been fantastic. I don't blame Turnipboy for not shooting Lazy Bear, but he's been shooting AIs a bit too quick.
Yeah, the Cheyenne one I think is more reasonable. Center statue plus bug, especially when the characters pop it, I think is pretty reasonable. Ballroom one was a little too quick, and then of course the adjustment on Terrace just came in a little bit too late. And then when you make that bad adjustment when the spy is just finishing that quick within like 2 minutes, it just makes it really tough. This position's so good to bug though. Maybe we can just get a free mission.
La
We have
Lazy
so
Bear
much
is holding
cover.
the angle incredibly hard. Because General's
Yeah.
blocking Walker, he really doesn't want to give it up. Uh, he's now rotating over. Finally, now that Ambassador has been kicked out, that was being watched more than anything. That bug, however, not
Oh,
watched as well. Lazy Bear might be suspicious of it, is still zooming in on Turnip Boy, but no highlight as of yet.
it looked so beautiful because it was towards the end of our talking animation, and your character is going to stop talking towards the end of the talking animation, and so the reverse bug just cancels it out, but makes it look so natural. So it's going to be very difficult for Lazybear to have caught that. If he saw that, that's just incredible. But from this point on, if Turnip Boy just doesn't mess up his flirt, he should be in
He
a good position.
he didn't see it, and the reason I know is he's still zooming in on Rocker as a potential bug. Obviously, Salmon could also bug here, but Turner Boy got away with the bug. The biggest issue we have now is we need to be completing our flirt. We have done two flirts and have the for the price of one. Um, oh no, yeah, it's not good. Here we go. This is a good way to get our flirt done. Both green test and meeting them at a place that is not the conversation means that we'll be able to perhaps just go to the conversation that they go to or meet them at windows here in the future.
Yeah, and since Papa Danger took the drink first, now our flirt cooldown's going to be going down immediately. Yeah, we can do it again. This is just really well played. We also got out of the position, which had the incredible bug spot. So now that we've picked a spot that's we cannot really bug in at all, there's no way that Lazy Bear can possibly credit us with a bug. So really well done by Turnip Boy here.
Yeah, Turner Boy's in a commanding position. There is one more caveat. If the double agent decides that they want to not go into conversation, we'd be in trouble. That being said, Turner Boy's getting all the favors.
Banana bread.
Queen comes straight in. Banana bread comes off. Are we shot? We are
There's
highlighted,
only
but
2 people and the double highlight comes off, but this is pretty standard when there's only this few guests. But look at all these lowlights too. Is it possible that Lazy Bear can actually pull this back?
it would have to be a shot for a flirt, which, if we're gonna do that, if potentially for this questionable conversation positioning, we're next to two people. We are talking. It would have to be a shot for flirt. We got 6 seconds. General's talking too, but there's absolutely nobody in that conversation. It really does look like us, but Lazy Bear's not willing to take the shot. Turnip Boy does pull one here. No, we're still down 5-1, but a really solid game there from Turnip Boy.
Yeah, there's Lazy Bear just pretty confident on his mission count there that Turnip Boy could not have had the bug there. Although that was an incredibly suspicious finish, Turnip Boy would have loved to get that flirt in, but sadly the ST dish didn't cooperate. Was able to adapt though to his ST and get that mission win off in time. So well done. Getting a point on the board is huge. Veranda has some spy agency, so possible we could see a turnip sweep here. Just really depends on the comfort level on this map. This map is not too commonly played. There are some specialists on it though, so we'll have to see how it goes.
One thing that comes to mind here with Veranda as the fourth map is Veranda is a very popular map to do time ads on, and around the fourth game, you go, I haven't done enough time ads recently. I'm gonna time ad. I would not be surprised. Turnipboy doesn't particularly time ad much, but Lazybear here as queen, it would not be unexpected. We're already at Windows. Do we want to do it? We do not. Lazybear is just using this as a pad to break up the flirt possibility. Do not hit a green for once. Lazybear only at 33%.
Yeah, we're in a great position to reverse bug though if the ambassador ever comes by our way, because our left arm will be completely blocked and away from the sniper, so tough to see. We can also just chill here for the time being and wait to see what the AMBA does, see what the party's doing. Right now, it's a beautiful time to BB if we can just enter with the double agent, but that's conversation's looking a little too full to do that.
And we're setting up for the microfilm spot. Wheels being a bit shorter by nature means that we have less cover than we'd hope, but we are not seeing green test, I think, really helping us out there. Laser probably would have come over and put us in real trouble with a white test, or let alone a red test.
Yeah. Turnipboy's camera was moving around, so not much fear there of catching that. The second one's going to be the tougher one, though, for sure. The red bookshelf and the blue bookshelf are certainly more exposed, so you really have to pick your timings correctly, see where Toby and the Amba are, and then time the sniper out appropriately.
Question here for you, Ish. I'll give you three options. Do you want to start doing statues here early? Do you want to force them late, or do you want to avoid inspects entirely?
I'd honestly be
Ooh, that
on.
bug.
Wow, that was nice. The reverse bug into the cancel of talk, so just hiding the arm snapback completely. There is a little bit of it on screen, but I don't think it was noticed. If so, I think we would have picked up a highlight. Here, statues is a little risky. I mean, it's nice progress, but we're going to have to do action test microfilm at blue or red. If we already had the blue micro, for example, and we could do the green wall highlight, I would be much more confident that we could get away with that.
It's
But
about the time that we need to start doing completion. And there wasn't really a available fingerprint. These guys have been pushing away from fingerprint, if anything, given their habits to do it. Now we are set up for a good banana bread. Lazy Bear looking around, but half the party's hidden around the wall.
Banana
Taking it
bread.
anyways. It might cover a purloin. It does not. We're just taking a drink.
And yeah, the left side, even though it wasn't seen, the timing was just perfect. Only two lowlights being able to be taken. We are the lone highlight here. One of two highlights, and those are just for inspects. I don't believe Boots has full inspect completion, so this is pretty solid from Lazy Bear. But only one of two highlights. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get this microphone off, and that's really the crux of this whole game.
Yeah, so we can avoid doing another hard tell because we can go do inspects. The other option is just give up on the microfilm, do something like inspect swap. Always an option.
Yeah, going in the back and doing this inspect swap actually might not be too bad. It just depends on Turnip Boy's rotation. It is getting down to the last minute, so swaps are definitely going to be definitely a highlight for Turnip Boy. Going to have to be able to guard those appropriately. But right now, Turnip Boy is worried about the left side. Toby and Amba hanging out over there. Maybe Lazy Bear can get away with it.
The other option, and I think we did warn Turnipboy, this is a thing that happens, is microfilm in the last few moments. I think just doing it there in like the last 3 seconds is something that'd be incredibly powerful. Doing it with 15 seconds, I'm not sure I'm a fan of.
We'll have to see. We might have also not even been seen at the first one. Oh, we saw the head turn there at the very last second. Is Turnip Boy going to take the shot? The timer is not going to be enough for OT. Turnip Boy has to shoot now or never.
Thinking about 2 seconds. He wants the overtime shot. The dance comes off. Lazy Bear wins the game.
Wow, what a ending. I think he caught the very tail end of that. He just swung around as he realized Twin wasn't going for the swap, and then saw that Queen put the book in at about like 9 or 8. Lazy Bear is from EU, so that might be some laser light coming into play there, sadly. But really nice ending. I'm not
You
even
you
sure if
gotta you gotta
Turnipboy
know that
caught
it's
the
a thing
second
though. Like
inspect.
we all know at this point to not try and if you see something at 9.5 to not try and take the shot. Lazy Bear wily enough to move away from the laser coming over him in the last few seconds.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if Turnipboy even saw Lazy Bear at the second set of statues. His angle was just so far to the left. I'm not even sure. Possible that he caught the tail end of it, but I doubt it. That might have helped Lazy Bear immensely there at the end.
Yeah, the one thing I do want to circle back on is these bugs have been absolutely ridiculous from Lazy Bear. Just a bunch of reverse drive-bys, and I'm surprised that Turner Boy's not like guarding them more. It's the sort of thing that we've seen a lot from bronze players, and a lot things that he had to be careful of against someone like Pofke or Opie, his most recent opponents. That being said, these are some of the best bugs I've seen in a competitive gameplay in a while. Turner
Absolutely. Now we got Turnipboy on Alice. Needs to honestly keep pace. Lazy Bear's been getting the spy win actually every single time, right? I don't think he's had drop. He hasn't
he
lost a
has
game
not been
yet.
shot. We've seen a lot of civilians shot, but it's been mission wins, I believe, for the last two. That one, as close as it gets, though. 49%, it's my favorite start to the game. Let's get in there and finish our flirt, maybe? And this isn't going to be close enough, I don't think.
Not
Or,
enough for the two flirt, but we are in perfect position to reverse bug if the ambassador comes on our side. So this, and it's going to be tough to see. We've got orange dress with a lot of cover.
Boy's gone for a couple of those, like, double walking bugs, but the concern I have with that is, one, Lazy Bear has been catching them, and two, Taft is so fast. Are we close enough here? We are not.
We are not.
Boy looking at his feet to make sure we could still do a walking bug out of here, but Ambassador's gone already.
Yeah, just not wanting to go for that. Hitting the second white flirt, and just gonna go pick up this fingerprint at the red bookshelf. Pretty early start. Can also transition this if he wants to into microfilm as well if he feels like it would be good. The red bookshelf is pretty exposed though, so maybe just gonna put this back normally.
Book is marked. A book is put back. We did get the fingerprint, which is the main reason we're here, as far as I'm concerned. Turnipboy might be in these early games leaning away from fingerprint, knowing that Lazy Bear is a behavioralist and is someone who would research his opponents potentially. Um, that being said, this is back to Turnip Boy's bread and butter, which is early fingerprints, especially in a 5 of 8. You really want to do fingerprints, even if it wasn't your particular go-to style per se.
Yeah, Veranda in particular is a little interesting with prints. They're harder to see because you can't see through walls on this map as the spy. So hard to know exactly where the amba is at all times and what the status is of prints, especially at books or statues. You can't really tell when somebody's messed it up.
It might just be the Alice effect, where she feels like she's always moving about. But we've done a lot of moving, and we don't actually have a mission completion. The inspect here is a lot of mission completion if we can find a printable statue. Otherwise, we're really putting ourselves in a bit of a bind, and we need to just keep on moving, and I don't see us surviving that at the moment.
Yeah, we could go to the red bookshelf. It does have a print, although Turnip Boy might not think so after all this time. It still does if he goes back, but we'll have to see how on track of that he was. But now Queen,
Queen. Ah,
just gonna
yeah,
go finish statues. A bit of a risk there. You're not really sure if anybody's been to the red bookshelves anyways.
I think that path was meant for the bookcase, and then we ended up going to this statue. There's no fingerprint. Lazy Bear, a lot of like lasering over people, even though he's already highlighted them. That's very much one of his favorite tricks. It's only a few people I think who do that. Urine's another one. But it's quite powerful. If Turner Boy thought that they got away with the first inspect and now getting the laser over them, uh, they might be overconfident.
Yeah, Lazy Bear was super zoomed in on us there, just looking for a bug, I think, or either from us or a reverse bug from that conversation. So it seems like Lazy Bear's just kind of on top of us, and I don't think we have enough mission progress.
There aren't many people for us to shoot, but there's been quite a few inspects here late. If we want to go swap someone's statue, we can do Disney's, we can do Mom's, or Twins. We're on the move. I'm not sure where we're going though. We still have three missions to do. Could be just preparing for a swap after mom. Purloin a bit behind the pillar here. Um, not enough behind the pillar. Lazy Bear all over it. Highlight taking the drink. And I believe we are 7-1.
I believe so. Man,
That's
this is
mm,
just tough. Turnipboy was in a tough position after the second inspect. Lazybear just it seemed like he was just on him and he didn't have like for example, the last game, Lazybear had the microphone and the bug to back him up. But this game when he just had the soft tails to back him up, and that's maybe the same amount of suspicion, he had just no hard tails to back it up. And with that late in the game, purling into swap was really your only hope there, and then go to the blue bookshelf afterwards for the print. So Turnip Boy knowing his win con, but just sadly not hitting the green, and Lazy Bear just being on top of it.
yeah. Even with a green purloin though, I mean, there's three options, right? A highlight takes it, a neutral light takes it, or a cast takes it. I guess four options, and or a low light takes it. I feel like we were on that enough as a sniper. If it wasn't another highlight, uh, that Turner Boy was still in trouble. Like Lazy Bear's just been so on point today. Swap on, eh? Pub. You have a lot of options on pub.
It
I
gets
don't think
changed.
swap is one of them. There we
Yeah,
go.
if you've won every spy game, but you don't turn swap on, still you've got to play a little bit safe. But I mean, if you're Lazybear, you've got to be feeling it. The sniper just can't stop you at all. And
Yeah, I
Pub three
mean,
five is just a way to push that advantage even farther.
a 7-1 lead on most setups is a win. Uh, like our SpyParty competitive league, it goes to 6. A lot of the shorter sets that uh, we're not going to see now, but in the group stages, you only played 10 games. You did play them out. Longer than the round of 32 or 16. Now there is a possibility of a comeback, and as a caster, I think I'm obliged to say that. But if Lazy Bear just continues playing the way that he has been, I mean, he hasn't lost a spy game yet.
Yeah, and with Turnip Boy's early inclination to shoot civilians, I think Lazy Bear, now that he's been throwing those mission wins in on Terrace and Veranda, would be a great time to just adapt, go the other way, and just frame somebody. Especially with all these people going to the bar, just a great time to just contact, send yourself to the bar as a delegator. Just be like, oh yeah, it's one of these other four people that have been to the bar already.
I personally hate Twin right now. He went as far into the pad as possible on the inspect and then did a quick leave. Obviously, all legal. He's an AI. But when someone does an inspect on pub, it's potentially lethal. All you need to do now is have them do flirt and say banana bread while they're in a conversation with a yellow arrow. That's just happened. It's a lot of people. Turner Boy's not taking the low lights immediately. He does take the one on Mom. I think he has another one on Irish. I think he's genuinely considering the shot though, with that little wait before the banana bread low
Yeah,
lights.
waiting for something to happen, either a flirt or a print or a talk. Or maybe, yeah, as you were saying, maybe debating the shot on the twin there. Alice going to pick up the second highlight for statues. Lazy Bear, though, pretty far behind. Needs to hit a green test on this flirt in order to have any chance of coming back into this game.
51%. Lazy Bear has been so good with his greens, especially when they matter. Now, we did get seen next to Mom. We're actually not taking the drink, which gets us further away from the fingerprintable drink too. Not the fingerprints are on. Lazy Bear doing a little briefcase juke. I think
Yeah,
it was
a
a bit
little bit
early.
late, though. Yeah,
Or like early or late. Well, it definitely
or
wasn't well timed.
yeah, definitely not. And we might not even. I think we're barely in range to hit this two flirt if we hit the green.
That's
Unfortunate
not
that
a
we hit the
green.
white.
We do have the option to timer flirt. It's a 45-second timer when you're as close as you are. We're not as close, so it might be slightly shorter than that. We'll be looking right around that time that you expect people to be finishing. There's that time between the 15 and 10 seconds. Lazy Bear. Oh no, the game just got the
Easy.
sliding got too
Yeah,
bad.
I looks like there is some. Yeah, a little bit of lag. Looks like they're still playing. I
Oh,
just
we
got
got kicked out?
DC'd. I got kicked out, but I'm
Yes, I
back in
got kicked
now.
out as well.
Yeah, you just go back in and you're fine. The game's still going on. Got the last 30 seconds in. Lazy Bear has the talk.
Alright, yeah, I'm
Lazybear,
back in.
Yeah, a
it's a
lot of
desperation
lag though.
bug, actually.
Yeah, a lot of lag here towards the end.
I'm
Ooh,
gonna
the
ask them to
spectation.
relog.
Yeah, just not sure how it is on their end. Probably it's pretty bad, but they haven't stopped the game to in order to end it. So
Okay. Yeah, I've
yeah,
asked them to both log in and log out because it's been really good up until that pub game.
yeah, the last minute was just tons of sliding. So
Just to recap, the end of that game, Lazy Bear was getting not wanting to do an inspect to finish. They did another fake banana bread and then followed it up with a desperation bug. Turnipboy took the shot. I believe they are going to just count that game, despite the lag getting worse and worse throughout that game, and hopefully it doesn't continue here moving forward. Looks like they're both back in from relogging and starting up the game. Let's get in there. We got Dells, we got Yeesh, we got Ponoob,
we
and
got
we'll whip them.
everybody.
Let's
Everyone's
do
back in
this.
it. We're at the halfway point through the maps right now. Turnip Boy down 7-2. Definitely with a chance to bring it back here on pub. Pretty good opportunities to frame. For Lazy Bear though, it didn't work out. Tried to go for the frame option and Turnip Boy had the correct read this time. Decided to just hold. So really well done making the right call there. It must be really tough after you lost so many sniper games in a row to hold your nerve and not want to shoot somebody after two mission wins have happened. So really well done there by Turnip Boy to keep his cool.
Yeah, start here. Queen's going to statues, which is a double-edged sword. Means that we don't get to get our early flirt on, but we do know someone who is potentially frameable. It's always rough when you have a pub game and nobody goes to statues.
Yeah, it's important too that we know that Queen is going to be 100% somebody that's not the SDA. It's really rough when you try to frame an SDA on pub.
We
So
also have prepped this a bit. We did go early statues on Tan, or was that? No, that was Lazy Bear. Never mind. We do have a nice setup here. It's just us, the Banana Bread Boy, the double agent here, and our seduction target. We're nice and patient with the talk, not interrupting Cowboy, and we're at 34%.
yeah, just waited for the yellow arrow to go on to us so that there's basically every excuse for us to be talking there. Unfortunately, the SDA being out might make it a little bit tricky, but the DA leaving kind of saves us there. I was a little bit worried Turnipboy might just go for a risky BB because of the amount of people in the other conversation.
Yeah, now we're here with an STA and the seduction target. If there's any expectation of Cowboy coming in and giving us a banana bread, Turnip Boy does not know that Twin is here ruining that opportunity. We were going for a timer flirt. It goes off at 154.5, and our seduction target left just before that. Bug is off, don't worry.
Yep, this is sort of standard. Lazy Bear did go with a little bit of an interesting setup last, dropping fingerprint and swap instead. But this is
One
the more
option here.
standard one I've seen, just because you
If
get way more frame opportunities.
if Queen does us a favor and comes in the conversation anywhere near us, we can frame the purloin on her. We should already know that she has the inspect. She's an absolute champ. If she talks, we can go purloin and get her shot. Turnip Boy does need to be on that though. It's an absolute opportunity though. We're
There's
not
the
heading off on
talk.
this talk. Oh, we're framing it as a banana bread, but she stopped talks. And there's no DA or SDA in this conversation.
Yeah, Smallman's the only one. Oh, the laser
Uh,
just safety just came off though.
yeah, the purloin here will frame queen. Another banana bread might be enough. With the safety off, we have a lot more knowledge than Turnip Boy necessarily does. He takes the delegate. I'm not sure that's the right play.
Yeah, I don't know, when you have statues plus drink and you just get sent, I feel like Queen just kind of has to die there now.
I'm disconnected again.
I'm back in. Do you want me
I'm
to
back in.
shoutcast it?
I'm
Just
back in. I don't know.
tell us what's happening.
We got 20 seconds left. Turnipboy has put off the delegate here to Alice. 12 seconds left. Immediately split. We're not going to finish unless we can get a flirt and a banana bread. Turner Boy is already being safetied
Banana
off. We have
bread.
5 seconds. We do the flirt. We do the banana bread. 2 seconds left. It comes off, and the shot comes off as soon as overtime starts. Potentially, no shot held because of the mission win pending, and we're shot for the pending purloin. He doesn't even hold the shot, not allowing the dance. Actually, quite a dramatic ending. I do suggest Dells here with the spectation issues that you move off caster mode, unfortunately,
Oh
so you
yeah,
can get
I
back
turned
in.
that off already when I jumped
Cool.
back in so that I could get to the spot in the match that we were at. So it's good. Sorry about the technical issues, everyone.
Yeah, really weird that it's just kind of kicking us out and then the game's still going on. But
Yeah,
no worries. You
we
guys
do
still got a
have
game.
we do have one of the nicest replay systems one could possibly expect from any game, let alone a game that has one developer. That being said, not sure precisely what's happening here. That wasn't even a particularly laggy game, just kicking us out there in the last 30 seconds. As an ending, though, it just put Turner Boy in too much to do at the very end of the game, and Lazy Bear caught the delegate. He caught the talk that happens to send someone instead of necessarily catching who was at the bar and who could have possibly done it. He just caught them red-handed, which is really nice to do on pub.
Yeah, a shame we did not just take the list for Queen. It would have been such a perfect setup, but I guess just not wanting to buy into that frame that hard, just wanting to complete with a super late delegate under the radar. Since Turnboy really didn't do anything that entire game, but Lazy Bear just on top of it at the end.
Lazy Bear, Smallman, Aquarium. If you're gonna pick anybody to hide behind a shark, may as well pick the guy who is best at hiding.
Yeah, just during this match in general, Lazy Bear has definitely been picking at least some of his guests. Maybe not Tayan. Picking Disney is not really the strongest character. Doesn't have the best bug animation, but everybody else has been pretty solid character to be going with.
One thing that's interesting is we've leaned away from the ambassadors that we've been choosing. We've been choosing Taft as his big boy ambassador. Uh, One thing that is nice about having Taft in the game is if he goes to a late statue in the back, it's going to be almost impossible to see
Banana
sometimes if
bread.
he's swapped or not. Banana Bread and Split. We'll see if we can get a low light, avoid a highlight. We are not acknowledged by the laser.
That's unfortunate. We were in a really good spot too because the reverse bug was going to happen almost certainly. Papa Danger is going to have to path by us, but unfortunately the low light not going to pay out there. If it had hit worked, that would have been amazing for us. Low light and a delegate, it would have been very difficult for Turnip Boy to catch up.
Conversations are still quite full. A fake Banana Bread wouldn't actually have been terrible here. But we're just going to continue with the flirt, 85%. Now a fake's less interesting because we know that we're in a conversation. We'd just be framing ourselves a bit more.
Yeah, faking after you've already completed banana bread is usually doesn't happen too much. Don't see it too often, unless the spy is super duper desperate at the end to bait a shot off.
Yeah, it was just that one moment where it was like two people outside a conversation and one of them was already low lit. Lazy Bear looking up at the shark. I'm not sure what we're planning to do with the shark because there's just not much around us. We'll see if we can get this flirt off with the drink in hand. We can sip here and get the flirt without having to break any etiquette rules. These guys have been playing some very clean etiquette though, more or less throughout this set.
Now we're going to be using the shark for some nice cover. Is Lazy Bear going to take this book out? Do the micro? No.
I don't
This is
think we're
middle
meant to. I
shark.
think if you're on this half of the bookcase, you're a bit more visible from the shark cover than the other half.
Yeah, I guess you do also want to be a little more up on the green bookshelf if it's going to be middle shark. And Smallman actually at the green bookshelf is going to be more easily seen than maybe another character with the book is going to be like twice as high up.
Yeah, his pockets are a bit lower. I'm kind of surprised we don't have a character who pulls the microfilm out of like a pocket that isn't just their pants pocket. Be an interesting thing if something mechanic got changed
Well, we're
for maybe
getting to
just
the
one character.
last cycle of the shark at this moment in time with 1 minute left. We're going to hit middle shark, like right about now. So this is key. And now we have the delegate, so this is going
Bug.
to be really good.
Absolutely bug. It's a wrong arm bug. We're behind the shark. We just have the delegate in hand too. We're gonna hide here a bit behind general. While we do the delegate is off to a low light, and come on, Spy Party, work with us.
That was perfect timing. The middle shark at the very end. He's not going to get any other chance to do that, but just the perfect setup.
List gets
It
taken. We got 7 seconds left. The swap is being watched. The list has not even been seen. And Lazy Bear's good to go. We get another win here as Spy. Lazy Bear's just been absolutely brutal on the Spy side. Sorry for the technical difficulties there, but there wasn't much to see because if you're watching from the sniper side, we were not watching Smallman, we were not watching the list go. It was just us staring down Alice at the back statues, trying to find a swap that was never going to happen.
Yeah, maybe at the last second there, after he zoomed out, noticed that the list was finally gone, but no time to figure it out. Beautiful positioning there behind the middle shark for the delegate and for the bug. Just perfectly executed there by Lazy Bear at the very end.
Yeah, so we did get the shot off on Pub. We have the Lazy Bear spy win here on Aquarium. I'm trying to recall what the score is. Dells, do you have it?
Believe that's 9-2.
9-2? Perfect.
I believe
So that
so.
does put us at match point.
Yeah, we gotta have a clean sweep from here on out. And the maps to do it on aren't gonna be that easy. We've got a spy game of Aquarium, which I certainly believe is possible, and High Rise 3-5, which is again possible. Then we have Courtyard and Library, which tend to be more sniper favored.
Yeah. I mean, Courtyard's like 55%, at least in the Spy Party competitive league. We have General. Turnipboy's been choosing some high-class buggers, the longer the set's been going on. But we're not going to be bugging. We're going to be potentially doing an early delegate purloin, I think would be the best wager.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be waiting here for quite a bit of time though. We've got Teal and Smallman waiting before us, so we're gonna be here for about a good 20, 30 seconds. Positive here though is that we do get to chase our ST wherever she may go.
Except for she
Well,
goes to the bar.
I mean, we can still reject and then go to the bar and sit next to her, but yeah, just gonna take the delegate.
Against someone like Lazy Bear, it's a interesting situation. So if you do something really kooky and going reject to bar, one, you might cop a low light. That's something that an AI is going to do, and the spies are unlikely to do. But you also, if you don't cop the low light, then you just go, well, General did something weird. You get that your name's said out loud, and at the end of the game, when you're holding the statue and it's a 50-50, you're the one who gets shot because you were remembered for some reason. Delegate here to, I believe, Twin. We're staring
Disney.
at Disney.
So about
Purloin
to
would beat
happen.
me.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
it
there's been quite a few goers here, and now the list is faded. What's the reaction?
immediate highlight to Disney, and the low light wave comes off. We are one of them, though. That's not correct, Lazy Bear. You've given Turnip Boy some breathing room when he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, and Lazy Bear, you can kind of see from this strategy, was guarding conversations and was not guarding the actual takers, and thought it was from the top conversation, which is why nobody in the top conversation got low lit. But that read was incorrect. Disney came from the bottom left, so now Turnipboy hugely ahead.
Yeah, interesting enough, the two people that we're standing next to at that busy bar were Smallman and Mom, and both of those guys are alive. Disney obviously too, because he was the one who took the list. Now it's on Turner Boy to finish. This could be a situation that you get a bit closer and hope for the green flirt. Especially as a low light, a little twitch over instead of taking the 98 would be appropriate. if we're just gonna hit the white test, then we're
Just
fine.
gonna.
Any flirt wins.
Yeah, the thing here is that from Turnipboy's perspective, he's either the biggest highlight in the world or he's a low light. So this BB should really give him a bunch of information about what he thinks happening. But this is the only conversation with a double agent in it. Everybody else was out. Can Lazybear salvage this, bringing
If
those people
someone's
back
gonna
up
do it,
now?
salvaging from low lights, I'd say Lazybear is probably top three in the world at being able to have the possibility of doing so. Just because he's so used to having low lit people. We're here. Is this close enough for bug? I don't think it is. Ambassador's not being kicked out either. If we're looking for like behind the back, now they might get kicked out. Ambassador's not passing behind us, and we were talking anyways. It would have been quite mechanically difficult. We need one more mission. We're low lit.
But we can't bug. The issue is that it's going to be a top shark next, so we have no cover for bug. Maybe we go for a wrong arm bug. But if it's caught at all, it's actually possible that Lazybear just looks at us because there's nothing else going on.
Yeah, Twin got flashed there for a late flirt, but not shot. Nobody is doing anything. There's only 4 people being watched. We have 9 seconds. We're going in for the desperation late bug. That was visible,
It
but we're
was
low
the
lit.
hand. No, it wasn't watched. That was
The overtime's gonna throw him off completely. Nobody's done anything. There's nobody to shoot. Turnipboy does get one here through, and we got a spectation that didn't actually crash on us, which is lovely.
nice. Yeah, right at the end there, that hand definitely visible. And if Lazybear felt like he was that far behind that nobody else was the spy, then that could have been a loss for Turnip. Man,
Yeah.
that came a lot closer than I thought it would. Well, a couple chances there for Lazybear to bring it back, but just felt pretty confident in his reads. And I mean, he should be. He's been doing relatively well in the sniper side.
Okay. Now the problem is high rise is fine. High rise you can get a spy and a sniper win, but the comeback has to be absolutely gargantuan.
Like this would be unprecedented. I do
Especially
think it's doable. It's just you just got to get on a tear. And I mean, when you start off with that, where you just been low lit, get Lazy Bear to doubt himself. I think that's something you're gonna have to get in your opponent's head at this point in time. You have to win 6 games in a row. It's 9-3.
Yeah, I've seen 8-3 to 8-8, and it was a really funny set. It was Sharper versus Cameraman, if I recall correctly, and they didn't realize that the player who hit 8 wins had already won based on the tiebreaker rules. So they continued playing despite the fact that the set should have been over. And then the person who was down with only 3 wins ran off 5 wins in a row to then be told that they didn't need to play those games. We saw like a 6-0 to 6-6 in SCL for the first time ever. This would match any of those if Turner Boy can bring it back, especially with the map pool that we're having to run through. This is the first of many steps here for Turner Boy. Lazy Bear as Seek.
Yeah, just one game at a time as sniper. He made the right call on Pub 3-5. So the question is, will Lazy Bear match that? I think if Lazy Bear can get a bug off, then he won't go for it. And bug is certainly more plausible on high rise than it is on pub.
Yeah, there's a couple things. You got the reverses, which Lazy Bear has been very much on point with, as has Turnip Boy. You can also do some real tricksy things with the middle wall, which people don't realize gives a bit more cover than it should be. Going to be harder with someone as fast as Taft. Kind of a blessing there from the developer to make Taft surprisingly fast for how big he is.
Yeah, I'm
For
just
snipers, I should say.
gonna play it slow. I mean, might as well just continue flirting here. No reason to really be doing anything else but just sit here and wait. On high rise especially, even if you hit the white test there, he would have had 230 left to get a single flirt. So he would have been in fantastic position. But hitting the green just accelerates his progress. Like contact into bug as a rush could just be the game. Yeah,
Yep, shot comes
yeah,
off though. We're good to go. Come on, Tanner boy.
yeah.
One more. Just one more, 6 more times. You got this.
This is the same play as Terrace though. This is actually a little more common. You finish the flirt super early, so it's like, all right, I'm just going to rush then. And there's no way you can shoot me at 2 minutes, right? There's no way I'm done. But Turnipboy
Yeah, I
honestly
mean,
making the right
right.
calls now. So
If you're gonna do two flirt, I feel like the rush is appropriate. You just don't have that many options in high rise, and Turnip has been guarding the bugs well, not necessarily catching the ones that are just impossible to guard. Uh, that one was possible, and we're good to go. Lazy Bear just staring down the Ambassador to start the game, and he's super safe. I think Ambassador outside is the hardest place to bug in this map.
yeah, I think maybe even in SpyParty, just the hardest place to bug. I've never seen that ever. That'd be incredible if someone could actually pull that off correctly.
Okay, Turnip
Maybe a
Boy,
bug, just maybe a bug through the statue fence. That's like the only thing I could possibly think of. That would
that
be
would be
might be
amazing.
good.
I want to see someone do that. Preferably that you're on the side that's already blocked by the fence.
Yes.
Um,
It's just so
but
rare. It never happens. In any case, though, we are in the position that would have happened if Lazybear hit a white test. So now you got like so much time to just get a single flirt, and you can
yeah,
honestly just wait for wheels to come to you. And there's a reasonable chance that if you just sit here, wheels will eventually come to you. So
I don't like sitting here, and the one reason why is I don't want us to feel like we're paired with someone like Papa Danger or Twin, who we moved into conversation and stood right next to. If Wheels comes over and we flirt, we've hidden the Wheels flirts, but then we just look like we're flirting anyways.
that's true. So yeah, maybe a smart decision to get over here. It's gonna be close. I'm not quite sure if he's that close enough. The fake happens. That is unfortunate. The SDA was over here with us.
I actually got thrown off, and I'm not sure if Lazy Bear did too. The yellow laser looked like it was over Twin for a bit, and I thought the DA was in the back conversation for a hot moment. We still need mission completion, but with that fake, we might be implying that we don't want to do it. Alice does have a highlight, as do us. Someone goes to mid statues, that's always a game ender.
But now
Hello,
the BB
Wheels.
can happen again, and this time we're gonna add a bunch more people to it.
Ooh, I really like that. Going with the flirt and then doing the banana bread quite late. We're getting the banana bread and flirt, and with the animation cutting off naturally, it looks really good. The concern obviously is if you hit the white banana bread, then you just end up breaking animation to talk twice. But Turner Boy taking that risk, it's a risk that you can definitely do when there's only 10 suspects in the game. Bug
Oh,
comes
that
off.
bug, that looked so rough. We had a little bounce on the end of it, but no shot comes off. Wow, is this actually the start? I mean, this is 2 wins in a
Yeah,
row on high rise. So,
I
wow, how did
wonder.
that bug look?
The question I have for Lazy Bear here is, did we have a flirt count and we just ruined it by doing that banana bread play? Because that if that was that marginal, and Lazy Bear's been flashing if he thinks something's marginal, and so maybe it's not. But
Yeah, you can see the laser sort of just track over Turnip Boy as he does that, but the weird bounce actually helped him out. It made the path, instead of it being like an angle where you could see it, it was perfectly parallel to the sniper, so you just could not see the arm at all. And if you can't see the arm at all and you don't want to shoot there,
so we're 9-5.
after it was 9-1, so nine
And
two. I
reminder,
mean,
even if he brings it back to 9-9, that means that we still have to go and play more overtime. It's not even over. He needs to win more than 4 games.
but all right,
Uh,
well, let's just start on Courtyard.
one at a time.
Okay, yeah, one at a time. Gotta win a sniper here, but I don't know if you get the sniper win here, get some momentum. This is a pretty standard map to be playing on. It all comes down to this one hardtail.
This is the start I like here. Lazy Bear going with a quick purloin. Really, he's been letting Turnip Boy get back into the game without really throwing too many punches, and this is as punchy as it gets. Just did you catch the quick reject or not? Purloin comes off. List must be seen. Are we dead? Laser comes over us.
Yeah, the laser is very on top of us. And the
He can
fast
be
put down
patient. He
too.
doesn't need to shoot for immediately, but the laser over us is hyper concerning, and Lazybear probably noted it. The
Oh
camera shake
no, yeah,
goes.
the reaction was like 30 seconds too late. Out from Alice taking it. But now I don't even know if you'll think Lazy Bear could have done it because he was at the statue, right? There's no way he could have purloined. But
Okay, a
no,
low light
not too
comes.
hasty.
Two low lights, lots of DA. Maybe the low light on Salmon there was just someone taking a drink, just hoping that it's Lazy Bear not gonna go take a drink after he already has one. But the problem here is we can even take a drink as Lazy Bear. All we want to do in the world is contact the double agent with a banana bread, seduce our target, and you don't need your hands for that unless you're like super Italian.
This might be
Banana
it though.
bread.
This BB is so bad. There's only 3 people that have reels, and Lazy Bear's the only highlight. And
You have to
this is
shoot for
actually,
flirt though.
yeah, he's gonna have to, but this is extremely doable for Turnipboy.
I think the bailout here is if we try and time it flirt and Rocker runs away. Uh, the one thing that we kind of want to have happen is just Ambassador stand over this briefcase, take one big option away from Rocker being able to run away from us, and Lazy Bear might just be able to win with a timer flirt. The other concern here is just if we need to be obligated to talk, I'd prefer if we don't and Ambassador continues talking for us. Yeah, both our people in our conversation are talking for us. Lazy Bear can sit here, happy as a clam, interrupting for the flirt. Interesting choice. I think we could have waited a few more moments, but this is 5 seconds for the set. Turner Boy
Yeah,
just lost in the purloin. The punch to the face, chaos play. Lazy Bear just tired of losing, honestly, and he gets Turner Boy tripped up from what was a nice start to a comeback.
yeah. I mean, even if he loses that, he has the sniper game to play with, so might as well just take a super aggressive risk. If he hits the white, he loses the game, but not a big deal. Just get on to the next sniper game. But if you hit the green, then you have a game, and well played at the end there. I think Turnipboy could have very easily salvaged it after that BB though. Just did not want to make any aggressive reads on it. Maybe thinking Lazy Bird is going to go back to the frame game after hitting the purloin. But
Yeah. With that, Turnip Boy still on the prize. He does get, I believe, you said it earlier, $20 to
$20 extra, so yeah, 40 to 20. Both players winners here, but Lazy Bear a little bit of an extra winner. So
unfortunately for Turnip Boy, I made a bet with him before the quarterfinals that if I bet again for Kaylee against everybody else in the tournament, and if Kaylee wins, he owes me lunch, and I think that lunch will be about $20. So, with that being said, we do have OP versus Kaylee as our final. We're gonna be doing a bit of a hot swap here, getting in your favorites. We got Taboshi and Warning Track coming in, and this should be a good one. Any final thoughts here, Yish?
absolutely, yeah. Honestly, it was a great set. I think Turnip Boy just had a bit of a rough start with those tough maps, and then Lazy Bear is just on a hot streak, playing extremely well as Spy. Just those every play he was making was just like I think it was all catchable, just not just good enough basically to beat out Turnip Boy. So yeah, really well done. Best of lucks to OPV Kaylee. It's gonna be a fun set to watch. I'll be in the chat
Absolutely,
watching
me
it.
too. That being said, GG's to both Lazy Boy and Turnip Bear. Uh, good job getting here, and now we get to see the people who beat you. We'll be back soon here, guys.